Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we'll explore the intense story of Alex, a CEO hiding mafia ties, and a shocking DNA secret that could destroy everything. This journey is full of suspense, betrayal, and a dramatic cliffhanger. If you enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next videos. Alex, a respected CEO, secretly runs a company hiding money laundering and mafia dealings. His life spirals when a DNA test reveals that Tuna is not Johnny's sister, but the true daughter of a powerful mafia boss who died years ago. This revelation not only shatters family bonds, but also exposes a dangerous legacy that rivals and enemies would kill to control. In a tense meeting at a cafe, Alex and Johnny agree to keep the secret hidden, for Tuna's safety, for Johnny's mother, and to protect the company. Meanwhile, Tuna recovers peacefully at Alex's home, unaware of the storm brewing around her. But fate intervenes. One evening, she discovers the DNA results that Alex accidentally drops. Shocked and trembling, she confronts him with a single question: what is this? Leaving their fragile world on the brink of collapse. Rain lashes against the tall office windows, blurring the neon skyline beyond. Inside, Alex sits alone at his desk, the glow of his laptop spilling across ledgers and encrypted files. His weary face reflects off the screen, but behind the exhaustion lies something darker, an empire built on shadows. The company name is polished, respectable, admired in business circles. But beneath the clean charts and reports hides a labyrinth of laundering routes, false invoices, and smuggling trails buried deep within the paper and bamboo shipments. Alex closes one file, fingers trembling slightly as he locks it behind a layer of security only he knows. He picks up his phone, lowering his voice. The plan's been sent. Review it quickly. The reply is curt, a single clipped understood. But the tone carries unease. Alex sets the phone down harder than he intended, his grip tightening. Work piles high. Clients press for deliveries, and the factory runs day and night. Yet, compared to the paper tucked into his pocket, all of that feels trivial. The DNA results. The fragile sheet lies folded on his desk, a weight heavier than any ledger. Not of the same bloodline, the words echo, sharp as the rain hammering the glass. He remembers the hospital, the trusted contact who had handled the samples discreetly. No mistakes, no margin for error. He leans back, pressing his palms into his eyes. Tuna, frail after childbirth, clinging to her baby, believing at last she'd found belonging in Johnny's family. And Johnny, carrying the name and inheritance of a man long gone, unaware that his own bloodline was a fiction. Alex knows the truth now. Tuna isn't Johnny's sister at all. She is the daughter of a mafia boss, a man whose empire had once stretched across borders, leaving trails of debts, enemies, and buried fortune. And Johnny, the so-called heir, was nothing more than a carefully placed lie. If the truth surfaced, it wouldn't just fracture a family, it would ignite a war. Rivals who had waited years for a weakness would descend, hungry for the empire that should have belonged to Tuna all along. Alex stares out at the storm, the rain a ticking clock against the glass. The office feels smaller, the walls pressing in, as if the entire building knows the truth it shelters. His chest tightens. To speak is to shatter Tuna's fragile peace. To stay silent is to betray her heritage, to leave her blind in a world that has already stolen so much from her. The storm outside mirrors the storm within. He reaches for his phone again, thumb hovering, hesitating. He must face Johnny. He must decide. By the time Alex reaches the warehouse, the rain has slowed to a cold drizzle, leaving mud thick under his boots. The cavernous building hums with machinery, forklifts moving crates stacked with bamboo and paper. To any outsider, it looks like the backbone of a booming export business. But Alex's eyes see past the veneer. Behind the legal shipments, hidden compartments and false panels carry goods that never appear in company accounts. Contraband, moved under the guise of raw material, fortunes flowing unseen. The factory isn't just a workplace. It's a vault, a cover, a theater for crime stitched into the seams of legitimate trade. He inspects a shipment, irritation flashing when he spots stalks too young, too weak for the market. Not up to standard again, he mutters, recalling Huang's earlier warnings. He calls sharply into his phone. "Where are you? Get a technician down here tonight. The machines can't fail again." But even as he issues orders, his thoughts drift back to the folded paper in his pocket. He pictures Tuna, pale after childbirth, rocking her newborn with quiet resilience. She believes she's safe, shielded in his home, sheltered by his mother's kindness. But how long until reality claws its way in? He moves deeper into the warehouse, the smell of wet earth clinging to everything. The rain may delay shipments, may cut profits, but it is nothing compared to the storm waiting at his doorstep. He pauses, watching water drip from the ceiling. If the rain persists, losses will be unbearable, he thinks. But the greater dread gnaws at him, facing Johnny with the truth. The factory hums indifferently, blind to the moral weight crushing its owner. Alex knows he cannot outrun this. He must confront it, no matter the fallout. A small cafe glows in the gloom, its pale yellow lights spilling onto slick streets. Alex sits by the window, coffee untouched, eyes fixed on the blurred reflections in the glass. Every nerve in him is taut, waiting. The DNA results rest in his pocket, a leaden weight against his chest. When Johnny finally enters, shaking the rain from his jacket, Alex feels his heart lurch. "Hey, Alex," Johnny greets casually, sliding into the chair. "What's going on? You sounded serious." Alex inhales deeply, fingers tightening on the coffee cup. "I needed to meet in person. About Tuna." Johnny's expression shifts, curiosity edged with unease. Alex explains, voice low. He talks about the hospital, the hair samples, the trusted contact who had handled everything with precision. His words come slowly, like stepping across a frozen river, each syllable threatening to crack the surface. Finally, he slides the folded paper across the table. Johnny unfolds it, his eyes scanning the lines, his face paling. "These results. This can't be right," Johnny whispers, shaking his head. "There has to be a mistake." "There isn't," Alex says quietly. "I verified it. Twice. She's not your blood sister." Johnny's hands tremble, the paper crumpling in his grip. His voice breaks. "Then who is she?" Alex doesn't answer. He cannot speak the name, cannot utter the truth that Tuna is the child of the underworld's lost king, that the inheritance Johnny believes is his was never his at all. Silence fills the cafe, broken only by the faint tap of rain against the window. Johnny stares at Alex, eyes wide with both fear and betrayal. If this is true, then everything changes. "Do you understand what you're saying?" Alex leans closer, voice taut. "That's why it can't leave this table. Not yet. Not until we know how to handle it. If Tuna finds out now, if your mother learns the truth, it will destroy them both. And if our enemies learn, it could destroy all of us. Johnny's chest heaves. He grips Alex's hand across the table, voice hoarse. Then we keep it between us. At least for now. For Tuna's sake. For Mom. Alex nods slowly, though guilt carves deep lines into his face. They sit in the yellow light, two men bound by a secret too volatile to release. Outside, the drizzle continues, indifferent to the fragile pact formed within. Meanwhile, at Alex's estate, Tuna hums softly to her baby, rocking the infant gently to sleep. She busies herself with small chores, cleaning, cooking, as if to repay the care Alex and his mother have shown her. She feels warmth in this place, a fleeting peace. But the shadow of the truth hovers, unseen. The cafe empties slowly, the faint hum of the espresso machine filling the silence between Alex and Johnny. They sit in heavy quiet, the DNA results folded tightly in Johnny's hand. The storm has eased outside, but its shadow lingers here, thick and suffocating. Johnny's face is pale, his jaw clenched as he stares at the crumpled paper. "If Tuna isn't my sister," he mutters, "then who am I? Who's been lying to me all these years?" Alex doesn't respond right away. His thoughts are a battlefield. Numbers, memories, shadows of conversations, and the weight of every choice he's ever made. Finally, he leans forward, his voice quiet but sharp. "It's not just about you, Johnny. This isn't just family business. It's legacy. The kind of legacy that comes with blood, debts, and enemies who've been waiting decades for weakness." Johnny's gaze sharpens. "You mean mafia business?" Alex's silence confirms it. Johnny exhales hard, gripping the paper as if it might disintegrate. "And Tuna? She has no idea?" Alex shakes his head. "She's recovering from childbirth. She's fragile. If she learns now, it won't just break her. It could put her and the baby in danger. You know what people are like in this world. The moment they find out who her father really was, they'll come for her. For the child, to claim what they think belongs to them." Johnny slams his fist lightly against the table, frustration boiling over. "So what do we do? Just bury this truth? Pretend it doesn't exist?" Alex meets his eyes, steady but heavy with guilt. "For now, yes. We wait. She needs time. Your mother needs protection. And the company..." His voice falters, then hardens again. "If this leaks, our operations will burn. Competitors, old enemies, they tear us apart." Johnny leans back, running his hand through his hair. He looks older in this moment, weighed down by secrets too heavy for any man. "All right," he says finally, voice rough. "We keep it between us. But don't ask me to lie forever. When the time comes, she deserves the truth." Alex nods. "Agreed. But until then, not a word. For everyone's safety." The pact is sealed in silence, their eyes locked in mutual understanding. Two men, bound not by trust, but by necessity. Outside, the rain has stopped, the streets glistening under the glow of streetlights. Yet inside, the storm remains. Back at Alex's estate, calm seems to reign. The hum of evening chores, the smell of dinner drifting from the kitchen, and the soft cries of a baby fill the house with an illusion of peace. Tuna moves quietly, humming as she folds tiny clothes, her baby resting nearby. She is grateful for Alex's generosity, for his mother's kindness, for the roof over her head. She doesn't see the shadows that hang over the walls, doesn't hear the whispers carried in the spaces where Alex makes his calls. In her world, she believes she has finally found stability. A brother in Johnny, a protector in Alex, and a family for her child. But the walls of the house hold secrets, and secrets never stay buried. Later that night, Alex returns from the cafe, his coat damp with rain. His mother greets him briefly in the kitchen, asking about shipments, about Tuna's recovery, her voice tinged with concern. Alex answers with practiced ease, concealing the turmoil twisting inside him. He climbs the stairs slowly, every step heavier than the last. Outside Tuna's room, he pauses, listening. Her voice drifts softly through the door as she hums a lullaby to her baby. It's a sound both tender and piercing. He enters quietly, offering a small smile. "How are you feeling?" Tuna looks up, tired, but smiling faintly. "Better. The baby's been fussy, but he's calm now. Thank you for everything, Alex. I don't know how I could have managed without you and your mother." Her gratitude cuts him deeper than any blade. He nods, forcing steadiness into his tone. "You don't have to thank me. Your family." She returns her gaze to the baby, whispering softly to the child. Alex watches, guilt gnawing at him, the paper still tucked inside his coat pocket, burning like fire against his chest. Days pass in fragile rhythm. The factory resumes its pace. Shipments move on schedule, and Alex maintains the careful facade of control. But beneath it all, paranoia grows. He notices unmarked cars lingering near the factory gates, unfamiliar faces in crowded markets, whispers trailing his movements. He knows the truth of Tuna's heritage is a magnet. Sooner or later, someone will catch its pull. At night, he sleeps little, haunted by images of enemies resurfacing, of Tuna caught in crossfire, of the empire unraveling in blood and betrayal. Johnny calls occasionally, his voice clipped, heavy with the same burden. "We're playing with fire, Alex," he mutters once. Secrets like this don't stay secrets forever. Alex answers only with silence. He knows Johnny is right. One quiet evening, Tuna sits in the living room, the baby asleep in her arms. Alex returns from a long day at the warehouse, shoulders tense. He hangs his coat on the chair, unaware of the folded DNA results slipping from its pocket onto the floor. Tuna shifts, rising to place the baby in the crib. As she turns, her eyes catch the white corner of paper on the ground. Curious, she bends to pick it up. Her name leaps out first, then Johnny's, then the cold, clinical words, not of the same bloodline. Her heart stutters. She scans faster, her breath catching as the implications unravel before her eyes. Her hands tremble so violently she nearly drops the page. The baby stirs faintly in the crib, but Tuna doesn't move. She can't. The world tilts, her vision narrowing to the sheet in her hands. Footsteps sound behind her. Alex enters the room, loosening his tie, his expression tired, but softening when he sees her. "Everything okay?" Tuna turns slowly, her face pale, her eyes wide and brimming with tears. She holds the paper out, her voice breaking, trembling as she forces the words. "Alex, what is this?" The air fractures. The peaceful hum of the house collapses into silence, thick and suffocating. Alex freezes, his blood running cold, the secret he swore to bury now exposed under the fragile light of the living room. Tuna's voice shakes, but her gaze doesn't waver. "Tell me the truth." And in that moment, the walls of deception teeter on the edge of collapse, leaving only the cliffhanger of inevitable ruin.